Hello, welcome to Totally Random. Okay, so this is a quick, short, dirty vid. So there's me tap. She's just clear. Anyway, this video is for the Home Brew Network. So for Gash, for Slug, this is for you, mate. And anyone who watches your channel, because I'll try and keep this fucking straight. Because I've learned a lot from watching you. So what I have here is a STC 1000. She's on 5 degrees at the moment because it kills the poor old whirlpool. The old ancient bloody thing. Couple of kegs there. And what I did here, I won't shit on for too much because I'll try and get to the point. What I did here was primary ferment and then pressure transferred. There's a video on that. You can go, if anyone's interested, you can go and watch that. I'm not any homebrew bloody expert. And yeah, that is a dunny roll down there. That's just to soak up any condensation and stuff like that, because it's a waste of paper towel. You can just throw a toilet roll in there. Anyway, didn't want people to see that, but it's too fucking late now. So on the other side of me here, I've got a the fridge like pour beer from. So it can take 2 kegs. It's just got a little what do you call it, wide joiner in there, and I keep a couple of frozen bottles in there, and a bit of styrofoam to stop the line from freezing when it's in contact with this. And yes, there is a lot of frost in this fridge, but that's beside the point. That was all hacked up pretty quickly. You know, you've got your line cleaner, which that works a treat, and I'll show you where this works a treat. When I wanted to find, well, it's a bit loud. When I wanted to put findings in this for the people who haven't seen the other video, what I did was I made up my findings in here and I whacked it in there through the gas outlet. So anyway, this isn't what the video is about, so I'm just going to pause it. So, but just suffice to say, these are very, very useful. This is in reference to RO water. So, and the other thing I've done on the gas bottle, I've just got that secondary. This is working as a check valve, and it's got a bit of beer on it. So, because yeah, that's what I pour from. Twist it, pour it into a jug, and just push it back the other way. So that's what I came up with, because mate had given me how do we put it? A pub got torn down, all this shit got thrown out, and rather than see it go in landfill, it was put to waste. Now good beer comes out of it. So just a second. Now, in relation, yeah, that looks grungy, doesn't it? Awful, but it doesn't go near anything. So for blokes and ladies, whoever, are brewing in a laundry, bathroom, shed, whatever, this is what I've hooked up. So I've got a power outlet there, there's a washing machine there, there's a tub there, and these aren't too bad actually. Some of my better beers come out of this bloody thing for some reason. But what I have is a couple of mates who are plumbers, so, and a lot of dust on this. It's funny what happens when you turn the camera on. So this essentially was just plumbed into the wall, and there was a tap. So I spoke to my mate, and luckily he lived next door, and he had a big truck full of fucking parts, and I zapped down to Bunnings and grabbed myself one of these. It's not anything too spectacular, but it allows me 2 outlets, so I can wash my clothes and things like that, and I can turn the water off to that. So this piece, this T section here was added. This was added with this ball fix mechanism. This Stefani thing here I bought from Bunnings and didn't even ask my landlord because he drinks my beer. I figured he thought T-screw holes wouldn't matter. And he knows it's here, so I'm not fucking around with anyone. And yeah, flush for 2 to 5 minutes after prolonged periods are not used, up to 2 days or something like that. This is not RO. This is just a, where does it say it? I think it's a 1 or 2 micron filter. It's got another tap on it here, so you can turn that off again. It's just these push-in fittings, like your quick connects, your stuff. And I really need to fucking dust all this. And these joiner and a needle valve. So what I can do is I'll just turn it on if I want to. Yeah, that's on too tight, but let's just for demonstration purposes, if we wanted to fill the keg up, there you go, keg, fermenter, whatever, I can do that, and I've still got access to the hot water down here, and that's what's important, because that way I can be cleaning stuff down here or have this in operation and still have a spare tap essentially that's got cold water. It's a dual purpose thing, so I'll try and take a step back. As there's no hot water, that's why the other line, this one here, isn't connected to anything. So that's about it really. If you've only got one outlet, these you can pick up at your own, These you can pick up at your home brew shop. I believe Still Spirits sell them. I just cobbled this together with me mate. We went out one afternoon and yep, there's a tap there. So she's off there and she's off there, but I'm looking through the camera to do this. Now it's back on, so but I can kill it there. Or I can kill it there. And yeah, it's just the needle valve's good because it's got a lot of pressure and it can shoot where it needs to be. Anyway, I hope I haven't talked for longer than old Gash slug, Mr. Home Brew Network. Thank you for all your videos, mate. Fucking tops. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm brewing these and a couple of the old, I don't have to go there, it's messy. The other style kegs, not kegs, fucking fermenters. The Brewcraft ones. So I'll just pan across that. So water comes out, runs up there through this 1 micron filter. While it's not a RO, it still takes some of the shit that's in the local water out. And I notice it because I live near a local reservoir. At a certain time of the morning when they let the water go, so to speak, the temperature can change quite dramatically. So it's nice to know that, because this thing kind of will take some of the heat. The water tends to be hot around 2:30 in the morning when they open the valves or whatever they do, or by the time it gets to me if I'm brewing at that time of the morning. And yeah, it's quite noticeable. And that takes some of the heat out of it anyway. It's like a diffuser, so to speak. So if there's anyone who wants to do that for themselves and is having problems, sorry for the janky shanky video. That's just what you get, I suppose, when someone has an idea and thinks, this is good, but yeah, not all ideas are good. Anyway, yeah, have a gaze at these things. Still Spirits sell those. Talk to a plumber about the brass copper fittings and stuff like that. And I think that cost me less than, I think the filter cost me $40 or something like that, and because the whole RO thing was a bit too expensive. And yeah, after a chat with me plumber mate, this is what we came up with. So approaching 10-minute mark, I'm going to shut the fuck up and get out of here. So that's what we came up with. It works. The beer that I'm drinking right now that came out of that keg, all the water came through this filter, and I just replace them periodically. So it might not be full RO, and I've done RO because I used to work in the hydroponics industry, so I'm familiar with pH and EC and all that sort of stuff, and how it can fuck you up or be your friend. suffice to say, this does the job, and I don't get a lot of complaints about the beer. So, unless it's full of fucking hops that weren't real well settled. And that's only happened once in 3 years. So that's not too fucking bad. Anyway, if you watched this and got something out of it, good for you. Thanks for watching. Daily Random. I'm out. Bye.